Justine, Harcourt de Tourville, back at Hack Belgium Day 2. And yes, there was a big accident yesterday. I was on an electric skateboard and I ended up in a wheelchair. But hey, the show goes on, and today I'm here with Winnie Poncelet. Is it Poncelet?
Poncelet.
Poncelet. Poncelet. And we're going to have 3 minutes of rapid fire questions. And the clock starts now. And here we go. Winnie, the first question I want to ask you is, just tell me, how often do you get a reference to Winnie the Pooh?
Not so often anymore. Like when I got older, my friends also got older and they did it less. But back in the day, yes. My parents didn't choose it because of the bear. He wasn't so big here back then.
Okay, just wanted to get that out of the way. But tell me, what the hell is a biohacker?
A biohacker is a person who uses living systems in a clever way to find solutions to problems. Much like a normal hacker, but using biology like bacteria, yeast, biological materials, things like that.
So you're not actually going to go into my DNA and change things around? I mean, you're welcome to do things. Like the one that gets rid of pain would be a good one, but is that what a biohacker doesn't have anything to do with going into your DNA genetics?
It could, definitely. So it is possible today to do genetic modification pretty easily. Like in our lab in Ghent, our biohacker space, you can do that. Technically, not legally, but it is easy to do. You can do it in your garage. You can do it really. It's cheap. It's simple. You could.
But I understand you work with mushrooms.
I do. Yes.
And one of the things that I understand you can make clothing material.
Yes, I have some examples here actually. Like this is something that I made, a little bow tie from vegetarian leather, and it's fermented with yeast and bacteria.
How do you clean this so no mushrooms can grow from the mushrooms?
This one is coated, so no mushrooms will grow on it, I hope.
That is so interesting. And so it's kind of like an alternative. It feels like a bit of a leather.
Yeah. We often call it bacterial leather or vegetarian leather, so it's quite leather-like. Yeah.
That is cool. Okay, so I have this new leather, and how do you wash leather, mushroom leather pants?
Yeah, that's kind of the trick question at the moment. Water resistance is often a problem with these biological materials because you want them to biodegrade at the end of their life, which means in water-like circumstances it will degrade. So, like short exposure to water is fine, but longer exposure would be bad. So I would clean them with like a humid cloth rather than in the machine, because in the machine it will be gone afterwards.
Okay, so there's options for us. What about, I've noticed that at Hack Belgium there's a lot of like plastic material doing that, and they're not for that in any way, shape, or form, but for cutlery or things to put your food in, or your salads or your sandwiches or whatever. Is there some mushroom alternatives or some other bio alternatives?
Mushroom alternatives, not yet, I'm afraid. There are bioplastic alternatives, but often like these bioplastics, they don't really degrade unless in industrial circumstances. So that's kind of what we also want to change with Glimps, is we want materials that are fully biodegradable. Like if you throw them in the garden, they're gone in 2 months, not 15 years in an industrial reactor or whatever. But you have stuff like edible cutlery, so it's a different version of biodegradable.
So Winnie, what are you working on specifically? Like what things interest you in terms of hacking, and what do you hope to change?
I like the intersection between design and science, so that's what we actually do at Glimps. We make things that are functional or inspirational and experiential for people. So this could be installations at exhibitions or actual products, but we mainly want to give people this vision of the future that is biodegradable, because here everything around us, it will be a pile of waste at some point, and we really want to change this vision where everything disappears in nature again and we don't have any waste anymore.
And is this something, can you tell me about this?
Yes, that's a lamp that we made together with Permafungi, and it's based on coffee and straw waste from their mushroom production, which is in turn already based on coffee waste. So this is a second step circular economy solution.
It's very soft.
Yeah, it feels like a camembert.
Yeah, well, that's not something I want to feel. Let's go around and do some camembert feeling. No, but it does have a very soft feeling, like it could also maybe absorb sound or something. Is this?
Yeah, the material has an application for like sound insulating wall decoration. also.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite thing that you saw at Hack Belgium?
The skateboard by far. This morning someone was going very fast. I'm
All
sorry.
right. And with that, we're going to end the talk. Thank